AI is incredible. It can teach you how to fry an egg and even write a poem, pirate style. Yarr! But it knows nothing about your work. Slackbot is different. It doesn't just know the facts. It knows your schedule. It can turn a brainstorm into a brief. And it doesn't need to be taught. Because Slackbot isn't just another AI. It's AI that knows your work as well as you do. Visit slack.com/meet Slackbot to learn more.
Good morning and welcome to the Morning Five. I'm your host, Michael Ware, President and CEO of the Center for Christianity and Public Life. Today is Thursday, January 15th, 2026. Let's begin today with a reading from John 2. On the third day there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus also was invited to the wedding with his disciples. When the wine ran out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what does this have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now there were 6 stone water jars there for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." And they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the feast." So they took it. When the master of the feast tasted the water now become wine, and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the master of the feast called the bridegroom, and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and when people have drunk freely, then the poor wine. But you have kept the good wine until now." This, the first of his signs, Jesus did at Cana in Galilee, and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. May God bless the reading of his word. Friends, thank you for joining for another episode of the Morning Five. This is our last episode of the week. Let's get to the news. First, the FBI searched the home of a Washington Post journalist yesterday, part of an investigation into a leak of sensitive information. Searches like this are rare in the United States, which has strong press freedom protections, though not unprecedented. Hannah Nathanson, the reporter, has covered the Trump administration's firings of federal workers. According to the Washington Post, Nathanson has not been accused of any wrongdoing, and a criminal complaint against a man accused of taking classified information does not allege that he then leaked that information. Attorney General Pam Bondi wrote on social media yesterday, quote, "The Trump administration will not tolerate illegal leaks of classified information that, when reported, pose a grave risk to our nation's national security and the brave men and women who are serving our country." I'll add that a number of Nathanson's current and former colleagues at the Washington Post, along with other journalists, shared their support for and solidarity with Nathanson. And so do we. Next up, Denmark said yesterday that it will heighten its military presence around Greenland, including aircraft, ships, and soldiers. President Donald Trump has said he wants to seize Greenland as part of the United States, writing again on social media yesterday that America needs Greenland for the purpose of national security. There were also reports yesterday that Germany, Sweden, and Norway are sending military to Greenland to protect Greenland, to assert NATO solidarity with Greenland in the face of these provocations from NATO member the United States. It's been a week, a month, a year of extraordinary news, but that is an extraordinary fact. Finally, for news highlights, the Trump administration has announced it is freezing immigration visa processing for applicants from 75 countries, including Brazil, Iran, Russia, and Somalia. The State Department said the pause is intended to block entries by people who may be likely to rely on government benefits. With that, let's get into today's main story. Since losing the 2024 presidential election, Democrats have been wrestling over the future of their party. They are conflicted around their message, priorities. They lack a clear leading figure who can compete with Trump and his allies. A New York Times profile by longtime reporter James Pogue this week explores this debate over Democrats' direction, zooming in on one congresswoman he believes has a compelling message that can appeal to folks on both sides of the aisle, even in this bitterly divided era. Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez has represented Washington's 3rd congressional district since 2023. She held on to her seat despite a tough fight in 2024, and she has since called for Democrats to speak and act as if they are, quote, living in the same reality as regular people. Seems like a promising proposition. I'll read from the profile. Miss Gluesenkamp-Perez is 37 and lives on a homestead in rural Skamania County, Washington, not far from Portland, Oregon. She owns an auto repair shop with her husband and drives a 1997 Toyota Land Cruiser to the Capitol, Pogue writes, adding later, quote, she believes our society ought to be oriented toward working with your hands, living in nature, fostering deep and considered connection to a community. Her 2 biggest influences, her former senior advisor Guest, are the Bible and the ruralist Kentucky farmer author Wendell Berry. She often speaks about her work as a mechanic and rural life. Spreadsheets can contain a part of truth, Congresswoman Gluesenkamp-Perez told the New York Times, but never all of truth. She's called for Democrats who are alarmed about President Trump's policies not to rely on rhetoric to combat them, but instead to get their hands into the mess of policymaking. The first time we spoke, Pogue writes, Ms. Gluesenkamp-Perez brought up a term from motorcycling. Democrats, she said, had grown so obsessed with the threat of fascism that for them it had become an obstacle fixation, an intense focus that causes you to end up running right into the thing you're afraid of hitting. You do not save democracy by running around yelling about saving democracy. You do it by demonstrating that democracy and democratic values deliver better quality of life for normal people. I encourage you to read this full article on Perez. And over the course of this year, with midterm elections ahead, we'll seek to profile interesting members of Congress and other elected officials on both sides of the aisle that help us get a picture, not just of where our politics is, but where it might be headed. And I think Congresswoman Gluesenkamp-Perez is a compelling leader with much to offer. And I don't think she's going anywhere. All right, with that, let's stop there for today and go to the Lord together in prayer. Dear Father, always near us, may your name be treasured and loved. May your rule be completed in us. May your will be done here on earth in just the way it is done in heaven. Give us today the things we need today. Forgive us our sins and impositions on you as we are forgiving all who in any way offend us. Please don't put us through trials, but deliver us from everything bad, because you are the one in charge and you have all the power, and the glory too is all yours forever, which is just the way we want it. All right, friends, thank you for joining me today. As always, Morning 5 is brought to you in partnership with the That Sounds Fun Network. supported by the Center for Christianity and Public Life. If you'd like to learn more about our work at CCPL, you can visit ccpubliclife.org. Hope you have a terrific Thursday, a great weekend. Go Bills.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.